FNCS Grand Finals is tomorrow for NA, and we're going to go over all of the top 10 teams that I think are going to do really well, some things that happened, and we're going to go over my top 10 prediction list for NA FNCS Grand Finals that is taking place tomorrow. A lot of new things are happening now too. This is going to include all of the new updates that are happening with Peterbot getting conned, all the way to teams surge trading and making sky bases to get their damage to this grant. So let's get right into the list of who I think is going to get top 10 in FNCS Grand Finals. Unfortunately, we're just going to be doing an NA list today because I haven't been too up to date with other regions, especially EU this season. So we're just going to do NA this time around. See how it goes. This is a new kind of video for me. So let's just see how it is and let's jump right into it. This video is also sponsored by ObsBot Meet SE, but more on them later. So the map how it's looking right now is there's a lot of teams conning in the middle top side and also the right side of the map, which was expected for this season. Coming in at our number 10 spot, we have Bucky, Cam, and Okus. This trio formed a little bit more recently with Bucky IGLing double controller players coming out of the Rainbow Fields and getting drum gun. I think that they're a team that can do really, really well as long as that they're able to trade properly with the drum gun, which I'm sure they will do like they've been doing all season. They're looking really, really good, messing with Rapid's team and Braid's team at middle map. Bucky's team's going to be looking really good, getting a lot of extra heals in the base, making it work, especially if they get their shrine spawn middle map. I think Bucky's a team that can pull off the top 10. My 9th place team is going to be Shadow, Curve, and Tyler coming in out of the dojo in the top right of the map. They're looking uncon, looking really good. They have an inexperienced team landing right below them that they're going to probably most likely fight for their medal. So they're looking very, very solid, especially because they all got a boot camp house now, 0 ping in Texas. So they're all 0 ping when they're not typically 0 ping as a trio. So definitely going to see them mess some teams up, W keying and running the pre's. In 8th place, we have Visuals, Braids, and a Minish landing middle map. Foxy Floodgate looking really, really solid. I think we're going to expect a lot from this team just based off their previous performance, and I don't see why we would put them at any other ranking other than a cheeky little 8th place. And they're going to be looking really good, especially with Peterbot getting con now. It looks like they could even potentially mess with the train potentially, depending on how much Peter gets stalled and if they're able to get it landing at their Bitcoin cave right outside of the train. So they'll be looking really good. In 7th place, we have Reed, Cooper, and Curly. This team could fluctuate up a little bit higher, just depending on how it all goes, especially the other few teams in the top 5, just because they're all really solid teams, and it's all going to depend on how they're playing, if their game plan's solid, and who's locked in each day in grants. But I'm going to put them in 7th place. Reed's team's looking really solid with Cooper now IGLing him as well, and their new trading strategy over on Clicks, Yamzo, and Higgs, and a few other teams around them. They're looking really solid to get damage without having to risk running around through Magic. All these teams that are conned, even though it would be free or surge, they're not going to take any risks, and it looks like they're going to be doing pretty good if they don't get awareness check. That's why they're in 7th place. 6th place, we have Booga, Threats, and Rapid. It's the big Rapid, baby. Coming in at number 6. I feel like this team has been very solid, and they will be very solid in grands, especially with Rapid now on their team. I think it's going to give them a nice, good experience level, and I think they're going to be really well. Booga's team is going to be trading with Bucky as well, and also some other backside teams like potentially Kappa or Hopeful. They get a lot of surge, and they have plenty of heals at Seaport. It's going to really be a problem for them as long as they're able to get good rotates out of the zones and everything. I think this team is looking really solid uncon Seaport. That's why I put them in the 6th place spot. Coming in the big number 5. 5th place top 5 team, I'd say Kanata, Bolts, and Sphinx is a solid pick. Landing at Hopeful Heights down to the bottom right of the map, unconned with Kappa, double conned right next to them, conned by 2 teams in the top right. They're going to be able to mess with them, and even if they don't want to, they have teams to trade with a lot of extra heals, shrines all around them, and this team is going to be looking very solid going to grands. It is more of an edge map spot, so it's going to be interesting to see how they play zone properly and how they rotate after getting their surge early game, but I think they're going to be looking really, really good going into grands. And our 4th place team is looking like Rise, Yapco, and Muzz. This team is a very, very solid pick of mine. I think they are looking solid to get 4th. Coming out of the solid POI Shiny, it did recently just get nerfed with a metal farm. It can't farm metal as fast, so they won't be leaving as fast out of the POI with cap metal. They are another one of the teams that are going to be able to get a lot of surge with a lot of extra heals without taking the risks of running around on the map, and they've always been solid this whole season, so I don't see why not to put them in the big top 4. We're not coming out of the top 3 in grand finals, and we are looking at like guaranteed land quals or teams that have already called land in this top 3 list. Coming in number 3rd place spot, we have none other than Clicks, Higgs, and Yamzo. I think this is a very solid team that has performed absolutely insane throughout this whole entire season, getting top 6 minimum in every single divisional cup. It's absolutely insane how consistent this team is. Now that Clicks and his trio do not have to run through the trees in the forest going into the black market, they're going to be able to get a lot more surge earlier and then take less risk when they're running through there instead of risking that a team is camping them one game in a bush, because because it did happen one time in a divisional cup, and just a lot less risks and problems that could happen to this team. So I think it's a solid top 3 spot. Could potentially win the whole entire thing, to be honest, as long as everything goes well and so there's some problems with Peter off spawn, or maybe Acorn has some rough games. I think Clicks is in the running to win with Higgs and Yamzo, if not a guaranteed third. Now in the second place spot, I was debating on putting them in first. Wasn't really too sure. It was kind of a 50-50. We have Acorn, Agers, and Pollo. The reason why I'm putting them in second place is just because this team is very solid, very consistent. The previous FNCS winners, with Acorn always winning the first FNCS at the start of a chapter from what it seems like. I'm putting this team in second place just because of how consistent they are with the extra loot at Black Market, trading with all the other teams, and they get really, really good loot out of Mass Meadows and good rotation almost every single game. So I don't see a reason why to not put them in minimum second place. Potentially could win the whole thing. And without further ado, I think the FNCS champs this season are going to be Peterbot, Cold, and Ritual. The reason behind this is going to be because Peter is also going to be messing with teams around him a little bit less, not really running to the backside into zone and risking having these fights against other Grands teams that are a little bit better than some divisional cup teams that they might be running through. Even though I think Peter is fully capable of running through these teams, I think he's going to be a little bit smarter with it, a little bit more big-brained with it, and they are also Kondov spawn. So even though they are Kondov spawn, I do think Peter, Cold, and Ritual are going to be able to run this team down. Respectfully, I don't think there'll be too much of a match for them unless they start stalling it out, griefing Peter a little bit more. They also are not going to be getting trained, but I do still think that it's going to work out well. I think that this team, Zaire, Naps, and Cyrus are going to give it up after a few games. Maybe day 2, they don't even land there. That's just my thoughts, and I think Peter is going to still come out on top in the end, even though Flakes' team and Acorn's team are both look very, very solid. I still feel like somehow Peter's going to be able to pull this out. Maybe you guys could say it's a little Peter glaze, but I think it's going to work out in his favor. But the top 3 of my list, very, very, very solid, and that's almost a guarantee. Yeah, it's going to be Peterbot's FNCS, baby. Some honorable mentions I have that could be in the top 10 almost without a doubt, and I think the top I think Shadow's team and Bucky's team can fluctuate with a lot of teams here. Is Aviv, Skittles, and Chimp. I think they are a solid team that can easily top 10 this Grands as well, without a doubt. And also Creon, Tony, and Nowzy. I think they can easily top 10 as well, now getting the Black Market nice and early and getting their jewelry store. I'll see why this team out of Pumped will not be able to get a cheeky little top 10 as well. Brycex, G-Money, and OSID right next to Mass Meadows, getting the back logjam unconned as well from the hills. You see teams that get this backside split unconned, they get a lot of loot. They're able to make their games work really well from the hills and rotate in deep nice and early. I don't see a problem I don't see Bryce's team having a problem as long as they're able to get Surge earlier in the game. I think this team could do really well and get a top 10 as well. A lot of the teams on the map, I think they can do really, really well. I just didn't put them down, whether they're Con, like Krayzo over at Shining. Same with a Dash as well, Con by Silic as well at Kappa. I think there's a lot of really other good teams out there. I just didn't feel like putting them onto this list just because they were conned, and I wanted to focus on the teams that have a way higher chance of doing really well. But there will definitely be some surprises and some upsets 100%, whether it's on the top of the list or down below. Let me know down in the comments who's your guys' top 10 list or who you guys think is winning FNCS Grands this season. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this kind of content in this video. I don't really know. I've never really done something like this before, so I really hope you guys enjoyed it. And let me know what you guys want to see else in the comments below as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I also got this really new webcam you guys should check out right here. Hey guys, I've been streaming for many years, as you know, and it can be a real challenge when it comes to finding the right streaming equipment, especially when you're just starting out. I remember how overwhelming it was just trying to start up my very first stream. That's when I discovered the OpSpot Meet SE webcam, and it completely changed the game for me. This webcam is a powerhouse, capturing stunning 1080p video at 100 FPS or 720p at 150 FPS, providing smooth, crystal clear footage that truly stands out. Whether you're streaming in a brightly lit room or a dimly lit space, the exceptional low light performance ensures that you'll look great in any environment. What I really love about the OpSpot Meet SE is the AI-powered auto framing and gesture control. It makes it so easy to stay perfectly in frame without having to adjust anything manually. Just a simple wave of the hand and the webcam follows your movements, keeping you in the spotlight at all times. Plus, the compact design is sleek and stylish, and it comes in 3 colors. You can pick one that best matches your personal style or stream setup. Setting up the OpSpot Meet SE is a breeze and fits perfectly in your gaming ecosystem. Whether you're using a Stream Deck or any other popular streaming gear, it just works. And the best part, all of this incredible functionality is available for under $100. It's a no-brainer upgrade from the Logitech C920 without the steep price tag. If you're looking to get started streaming or want to upgrade your at-home webcam without breaking the bank, the Ops Meet SE webcam is an amazing option. Trust me, you won't regret it. Check it out with the link below to take your stream to the next level. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching this video once again, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more content from me. And I appreciate you guys a lot, bro. Hope you guys enjoyed. Take care. Bye, guys.